Mechanical tension is the main driver of hypertrophy. It's not shocking the muscle, it's not muscle damage, microtears, it's none of that. Let's just please, can everyone know this by now? It's like the foundation of muscle building. The real reason why I wanted to make this video is because I just got really mad. I just got manic, and I'm really fixated on this subject right now because it's such a foundational principle of fitness and it's such an easy thing to research, but I cannot tell you how many influencers or personal trainers that work at gyms spew this misinformation and talk about hypertrophy in this way. It's okay, if you're just a gym goer, you're not so into fitness, you're not a nerd, whatever. If you don't know this, I don't blame you. It's a common misconception, but what really angers me is the influencers and personal trainers that are supposed to know this. It's your job, and they don't. I swear to God, the gym I go to, I would go on the personal trainers' Instagram profiles and stuff, and the way they train their clients, it's just foundationally just not good, They always change their clients' exercises and all that. It's just rough out there. But anyway, let me get into the subject before I ramble on too much about why I'm angry. The main driver of hypertrophy is mechanical tension. So, what is mechanical tension? Mechanical tension is the force that your muscles experience when they lengthen and contract under load. So basically, that's why range of motion matters, right? Because that's when mechanical tension happens. It's basically when your muscles resist the weight that you're lifting. And eventually, if you keep doing this, your muscles will send your body a signal to grow. Why? Because it's stressful for your body to keep doing this. So basically, your body's how about I grow some muscle so this action becomes easier? In fact, another reason why your body gets the stimulus to grow muscle is because it wants to actually prevent microtears from happening. Because basically, what microtears really do, it doesn't signal growth. It's a byproduct of mechanical tension. And the more muscle damage you have, the more your body uses resources to repair that damage. Muscle damage may actually hinder muscle growth because recent research suggests that the cellular processes used to repair muscle damage is also used for muscle growth. So both these processes use the same cellular resources. That's why if you get a lot of muscle damage, you may not get that much hypertrophy because all your resources are being used to repair the muscle instead of build the muscle. So you're basically wasting energy. And this is why it's so important for people not to constantly change exercises to shock the muscle. Just because you're getting more sore, you're not growing more. The more sore you are, it means that you probably have more muscle damage, and the more muscle damage you have, the more your resources are being used to repair that muscle instead of grow it. So every time you change exercises, because it's a different movement pattern, there's more muscle damage, but that doesn't mean there's more muscle growth. It can actually mean less muscle growth. And on top of that, we should also consider the fact that if you're constantly shocking the muscle and changing exercises, you're not progressively overloading, which is increasing the weight or reps every week, then you're not really getting stronger and building more muscle. Progressive overload is very important because it ensures that the mechanical tension your muscles are experiencing are still effective, meaning your body doesn't just plateau, get used to the weights and reps you're doing, and not actually get enough tension to grow. And this is also why training close to or at failure is very important. Without overcomplicating this process too much, I just want to give a little brief explanation of why training close to or at failure is important, and that is because you are able to recruit all of your muscle fibers. There are two types of muscle fibers: type 1 slow twitch, which are smaller in size, they're less fatigue resistant, better for endurance and stuff, and type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers. These muscle fibers are larger, stronger, and more prone to hypertrophy. So, recruiting your type twitch muscle fibers are very crucial for maximal hypertrophy. And for that, you need to train basically to failure, because in the beginning of the rep, you're doing those bicep curls. It's really easy. So you only recruit your type 1 muscle fibers. And as you get closer to failure, then your body starts recruiting those type 2 muscle fibers because they're more capable to handle that load. So if you don't train close to failure, then not all of your muscle fibers get recruited. And muscle fibers are basically the building blocks of your muscles. And if they don't get recruited, it means that they don't experience mechanical tension and get the signal to grow. This is why you may have heard some people saying the last reps in the set are the most effective reps. That's where you get maximal mechanical tension. So, it's very basic, okay? The main driver of hypertrophy is mechanical tension. It's important you go to failure or close to failure to recruit all of your muscle fibers and make sure they're getting that mechanical tension, which induces the signal to grow. Obviously, progressive overload matters to ensure the tension is effective. And lastly, the load also matters. So you want to be lifting a relatively heavy weight to create enough tension to recruit all of your muscle fibers. That's why people who also emphasize the whole time under tension thing, even though time under tension is also important, you don't want to just be, like throwing the weights around and ego lifting. You want to have a controlled rep. Overly emphasizing time under tension is not also beneficial because then you're probably not using loads that are heavy enough to create enough tension to recruit all of your muscle fibers. And usually the reason why you reach failure when you're going really slow on those reps is because you just build up a lot of lactic acid, your muscles start to burn and stuff, but it's not because you've actually reached muscular failure and recruited all those muscle fibers. So moral of the story is, if you go into the gym, okay, and you tell your trainer, I want to get big, and they're like, all right, and then each week they give you different exercises because I guess doing the same exercise all the time is boring. The clients want exciting stuff, I get it, but it's not actually benefiting them. It's just keeping them with the trainer, so it's beneficial for the trainer, but it's not actually the most optimal way to reach their goals. So if your trainer's like, we're gonna do different shit every day, we're gonna shock that, we're gonna get the burn, you're gonna feel so fucking sore, just be like, woohoo, oh my god, I just realized I gotta really go poop, I got really bad cramps, and then go into the bathroom, and then leave. And if the coach ever confronts you, just be like, I'm sorry, man, I can't do this with you anymore. After what happened with that poop incident, I can't look you in the face. I need to go my own way. So yeah, full search out.